Hello and welcome. So excited for you to be here on this podcast and to share in this journey with me. It has been definitely a heart-led project that I've really felt called to do. Over the last 5 years, I've just felt really strongly to open a well-being center for healing. And then with the changes with COVID, got to pivot. And this is where I feel that we get to connect and to begin this community and building of this community. Want to just give a little bit of an overview, share a little bit about what to expect in the next couple of episodes, and just so thrilled that you're here. Thank you for being here. The first thing we're going to talk about is, what does an MMA fighter have to do with starting a podcast and transformation? And really kind of talk a little bit about what is radical transformation. And then just give you one simple takeaway and share a little bit about the next upcoming episode. So you ready? It's been about a year, maybe in like 3 months. It was a really snowy day I live in Salt Lake City, Utah, and was on my way into yoga. And, it's during COVID and, we wear masks to go in. And this guy, he's got this really cool wrap that looks like it's from the Middle East. And nice guy, holds the door. We go in, don't think much of it, except that it was just, nice for somebody to hold the door in a time where we feel so disconnected. And then I go on to find out that this gentleman, his name is Josh Berkman, and he's an MMA fighter. And I know nothing about that world, I'll be completely honest. But it planted this spark in the seed of, what is this MMA fighter doing at hot yoga? Like, what is his story and what has brought him here? And that really kind of was the foundation for wanting to shift and pivot from a healing center to a podcast. And so it's definitely with Josh's inspiration and just the many, many stories that are out there, and the people just like you that are living lives that are doing hard things, are doing the work, are wanting to live an extraordinary life, and want to share a little bit of what I'm learning, but also want to learn from our guests and from you, of course. Radical transformation for me looks like an awakening, or like a phoenix when the phoenix, grows and rises and burns and is reborn. And I feel like that is very symbolic of the process that we go through as humans, and this human experience that we're having, is that there's constant renewal and rebirth and burning and growth. And I've been very blessed to have a partner that is on this path with me. And for us, this process, it hasn't been easy, but we feel very strongly that our story needs to be told, and hope that it can bring some spark and some joy to others as well. I got my hair done yesterday, and I was sitting in the chair, in the booth with all the foils in my hair, and I hear this gal next to me, and she's saying, just kind of talking about her life, and I hear her say the words, "But aren't we all just crumbling inside?" And that phrase just really stayed with me throughout the day yesterday. And in that moment, I wish that I could have reflected back to her what I was seeing in the mirror, right? I wish I could have, in that moment, reflected the light that is in her and the divine that was within her. And that is my hope, that I can reflect that back to you, because we are all divinity and we all have light within us. And sometimes we just forget that. I know I have definitely done that before too. And in that remembering and in that process, we help ourselves to become better. We change, we take those steps to do that. And it's not always easy, but it is a very, very beautiful process. Over, gosh, I think it's been 3 years now, I've worked on getting a coaching certification for life coaching and for spiritual coaching. And one of the most profound things that has happened in the process is not so much when I was coaching, but when I was being coached. And the simple fact that we're all going through hard things. We're all dealing with things every single week. And sometimes I wish we could just wear a sign that says, you know, this is what's hard for me and this is what I'm struggling with. But we don't. And in turn, I hope to help remind us all that we have the answers within us. And sometimes we just need the time and the space to think of those things and to process those things. So in my own moments when, because we'd have buddy coaches, we take turns coaching and being coached, that I, would show up with something I was working on. And it was this, those aha moments where the light bulb is turned on and it's like, oh, that's what it is. And so I hope to share some tips and techniques, some things that I've learned over the years to teach you how to self-coach yourself through that process, and have, you've got the answers within you. So I'm excited to walk this path with you. We'll be sharing different tools and resources, definitely, a lot of coaching related things that I've learned along the way, learning how to follow our intuition more, and, sharing takeaways in each episode that you can apply in your life that week. The next episode, I'm excited to have my husband John join us, and he will be talking about identifying and rewiring limiting beliefs. So be sure to follow us. You can find us at radicaltransformation.org. We're on Instagram, radical_transformation. And we've also got some fun things coming up in this year as far as like challenges go, more community building experiences. And we're just so thrilled to have you here and appreciate you being a part of this journey with us. Thank you.